Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes straight to your doorstep, making meal prep simple and stress-free.
It's no surprise that users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. With over 30 options a week, Home Chef serves a variety of dietary needs, so everybody can find something they love.
For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free desserts for life. Go to homechef.com/rivalry to claim this incredible offer. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
With Pair Eyewear, you can keep reinventing yourself and your vibe without breaking the bank. Pair Eyewear has a huge selection of base frames starting at just 60 doll hairs, including your prescription. And you can customize them with top frames for every occasion. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 50% off your first order. And don't forget to mention that Sibling Rivalry sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's PAIR, eyewear.com, code SIBLING15.
We are back for Sibling Watchery. We are reviewing episode 4.
Yes,
Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen, season 17. And we have Chicago drag legend, makeup mogul.
I know.
Makeup beauty fashion icon, Kim Chi on the pod today.
Some would even say the Slation of LA.
Well, and I know one girl who wouldn't say it. I know one girl who wouldn't, honey. You're not you are a Slation, but not the premier.
Oh my God. Just to be clear, I have never claimed that title. Naomi said it on Pissed Up and Monét. And then next thing you know, my DM was like filled up with people like, yeah, Slation Diva of LA. And I'm like, what are these people talking about? Because I hadn't seen the show at that time.
The premier. Also, not Manila Luzon, who's lived in LA forever and ever, found dead. Manila Angina, found dead.
Also
Manila,
Raja.
found dead. Raja, found dead.
But also, Manila was a New York queen when she did Drag Race, no?
Yeah, when she did Drag Race, but I mean, she was there longer than Kim, and Raja's been there since I think the tar pits were just getting started boiling.
It's a dinosaurs rolling.
But you know what? It's not just like one Asian queen takes rules all, you know? There can be many of us representing different aspects of drag.
Give us a pageant era. I can't.
Representation matters.
Can we get Shade Chi back? That's the Kim I need. Shade Chi.
No, Shade Chi's been here.
She's shady when she needs to be, not shady just for the purpose of being shady. Kim understands the art of shade. It's not just
shady with
shade.
purpose, you know?
Exactly.
Shady with a purpose. Kim, okay, so you haven't watched this season? Do you love, do you hate?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. When Jacob texted me this morning about doing this, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen the season. So then I went to the gym and I walked in the treadmill and then I like watched all the episodes. And I finally caught up.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. But you know, there's a lot to do at the gym.
Kim was on that treadmill, honey. Kim said, "I live here now."
Can I tell you that? So I have recently gotten into watching a program while doing cardio. Bitch, how the time will fly.
It goes so fast. When you listen to music, especially when you know the music, time goes by so slow.
Yes. The music makes it talk about so, but a show done.
Especially the show that you haven't seen before. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah,
no, you're fine. I feel it depends on what you're watching, though, right? What I have found works for me is either watching like Tony Award performances. Baby, I'll do maybe 4 or 5. I'm like, oh my God, 30 minutes have already passed. Once I'm on the treadmill doing Anything Goes with Sutton Foster, I'm like, girl, I can do a couple more rounds.
And also, downside to watching this is like, I watch a lot of Korean dramas too, and sometimes they get really sad and sappy. So I'm on the treadmill crying as I'm watching this,
screaming,
looking like a crazy person, like crying on the treadmill,
screaming. These people just going through their dramas, families dying, and you're like,
just like,
wow, this bitch. They're like, this guy really loves working out.
I'm like, who's that fat bitch in the treadmill, just like crying because she doesn't want to be there.
Well, now with that in mind, we should go ahead and hop into this episode. Here we have an episode called "Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen," and Lucky Stars has just gone to the house.
Yeah,
they sent the girl home.
Yeah. And I didn't see Lucky Star. I did not see Lucky Stars going home so soon, but she did. And I think now because Kim, I don't know how much. Yes, you caught up, but so Lucky and Ariete have this like showmance, and in Untucked, Lucky was being very cold, like yeah. That sucks. But now she's like getting very emotional. And I love to see the love that these two have for each other.
I don't think she was cold. I think she was just like uncomfortable. But Ariete has been the driving force behind the showmance. And Lucky Star's kind of like, cool, yay, sis. And Ariete's like, give me that ding-a-ling. Give me that paper mache ding-a-ling, honey.
Also, like, she wasn't in like a mood to like, celebrate, So what is she supposed to do,
Yeah, I guess.
However, my favorite thing about watching drag queens on Drag Race is watching them get salty. That is my favorite thing.
We stand salt. We
love salt.
I love a good umami queen. You know what I mean?
Salt babe.
I love a good salt queen. I'm gonna lick it like a salt lamb.
So Ariete, Susie, and Lucky are devastated that Lucky Stars has gone home, and Joellea literally cannot understand why the girls are. She's like, why the hell are they mad?
I know. I'm trying to think if there's anyone like that on season 10. I don't think there's anyone on season 10 that we got over emotional about. There's no one that we left and we were all boo-hooing, crying. We were all like, okay, sad to see you go. Next.
Yeah, on our season 2, like at first it was like sad the first couple episodes, but then after that we're like, all right, whatever. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Kim and I were crying pretty hard when Acid Betty got eliminated. I don't think Kim was crying because Acid Betty. I was crying because Acid Betty went home, and Kim was crying because she was like, "Wow, this is a really hard competition." And I still quote this to this day. Me and Kim are side by side. It's a sad clown leaning on this crazy clown, and she goes, and we're both boo-hooing so bad. The more Acid Betty had to be like, "Bob, stop." Do you remember that? She goes, "Bob,
yes.
Stop." And then Kim's looking at me and she goes, "I didn't know it would be this hard." Like, as a sad clown, I didn't know it would be this hard. And we were both just bawling like kimchi watching a Korean drama on the treadmill, bitch.
And, luckily all of that was cut out. Like, none of it saw there, thank God. So, you know what? As far as anyone, I didn't cry. It was actually Bob who cried.
I did. You got me there. So Ariete is like, so they're asking the girls, congratulating girls and asking other girls how they felt. So Ariete, who in my opinion should have won the challenge, I like her outfit the best.
Agreed.
She just goes, when they're like, hey, how did you feel? She goes, it is what it is. But that's what she said to the girls. But in her confessional, she is like, I can't believe Sam Star won in that bullshit ass, boot scooting, boogie ass, Walmart ass, lame bus driver ass wig.
I will say the wig was suspicious. Like I as a kitty cat connoisseur, that was a suspicious kitty cat.
Why? I thought it was a nice kitty cat.
I kind of like that wig. I thought it was cute. It looks like something you would have worn on Work the World.
Honestly, it does. It was like a styled kid. It was not like a shake and go. It was literally a styled, nice kitty cat wig.
Mm-hmm. It looked like a helmet. It looked like it was hard. It looked like a helmet.
It's like a finger wave. It had a little volume in it. I was not mad.
Yeah. Do you think it's better than the kitty cats you were on Drag Race?
Why are you trying to be funny though?
I'm asking. This is a legitimate question.
Bob, you know you're trying to be funny.
You don't have to answer. I'll answer.
Get her, Bob.
It's better than the ones you were on Drag Race.
Okay, first of all, I still stand by this. For the most part, almost across the board, I had great, but not only did I have pretty good wigs, every wig I wore was better than every wig you wore on Drag Race. And that's just true.
Never. Bob, the fucking red one that you wore in the what is it, the Octoroons? What is it called?
We were that wig is that red bowl cut. I love that. That red bowl cut was
the Madonna wig? The fucking two-tone Madonna wig?
Oh, the Madonna wig, also great.
Kim, can you please talk to me as a Madonna super fan? Tell me about this Madonna wig, Kim.
No, who had the best wigs is the question. Me or Monét on our original seasons?
Okay, I'm coming into this and looking at this objectively.
Jacob, bring up some receipts, Jacob.
No.
Objectively, as an outsider who is not involved in it and not taking any sides, I would say Bob did have nicer wigs coming into Drag Race.
Thank you.
Especially some of there was a custom hairline one.
Thank you.
With that being said, I don't know if the wigs all fit properly, but they were nicer wigs that you brought in.
Well, I did not learn Kim's art of big wiggery. Kim knows how to get the wigs for the big-headed hoes. Kim taught me us big-headed girls need special wigs. I didn't know that. So as we keep going on, so it's a new day, right? And Ariete is called out for being quiet because the girls like do impersonation of each other. So then I think Sam Star does impersonation of Ariete where she's quiet, and then Ariete says a cunty bitch doesn't have to say much, but an ugly bitch does, and she says it to Sam Star. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I really upset. I mean, honestly, I think I agree with her. It was pretty egregious that she did not win that song competition. I think her outfit was light years beyond Sam's. So I mean, she's probably just still really pent up and salty about that.
But you know, sometimes I genuinely feel like some of these like winners are chosen to be like social media bait. Because if everybody won that where the general public agreed with, no one would be talking about the show on social media and things. So sometimes I feel like they purposely give the win to someone maybe that wasn't the right winner, and then it gets people talking. People talking on social media.
Do you two think you've ever been robbed of a win or given a win you didn't deserve?
No, probably not.
I think on All Stars 7, there were definitely some I could have won that I did not, for sure.
Were you ever given a win you didn't deserve?
Oh, given one I didn't deserve?
Either one.
I'm trying to think. Like either season I was on, you mean?
Yeah, sure.
What did I win on? I don't remember. In my view, probably not, but in others.
Not the main win. Oh, the kitty cat. Honestly, I actually like the kitty cat. That's a nice kitty cat, actually. I like that one. That one I like.
I think I was robbed during Bitch Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Who won Bitch Perfect? Oh, Chi-Chi. No, Chi-Chi did a good job. Chi-Chi ate Bitch Perfect down. She did.
She wasn't as good as me, you know, but
yeah, they edited out Kim Chi doing an upside down twerk. Yeah, which is shady to me. Fenton, get on that. Clock that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to take Chi-Chi shine away.
RuPaul comes in, he announces the Maxi Challenge, and the girls are creating commercials for Bitch, I'm a Drag Queen Volume 1 and 2, which is basically a musical acting challenge, kind of. So this is what people are doing. Susie is doing the Valentina, you're perfect, you're beautiful, you look like a model. Sam is doing Candy, and Tamisha, Star Quality.
Everyone's? This is.
We don't have to.
I thought about writing them all down. I was like, this is a lot, but you can do it. I mean, it's fine. What are the highlights from it that you saw? Like ones that you.
I'm just because there's still more in between that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anya's doing Put Your Lighters Up. Lydia is doing no Class, No Manners, which I don't remember. Like, no one cares about Morgan McMichael's thing from that. We only care about Bitch, I'm from Chicago. No one cares what Morgan had to say.
No, the iconic Sweetie, you need to fix your hair, fix your mug.
Yeah.
That's Morgan McMichael's. Me and Violet Chachki quote that to each other all the time.
Yeah. I wrote down No Class, No Matter should have been called Bitch, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, like I was like, why that? Lexi's doing This Is Your Moment. Lana's doing the Morgan Michaels part of the No Class No Manners. Corey is doing Don't Like that. That's another one. Trading like the session, right? Mm-hmm. Joellea is doing We Write the Stories. That was another random one. I was like, Mariah, but like, why that?
Okay, so Mariah's like a amazing queen, you know, but all the other like speeches were very like prolific and like iconic. And then Mariah's speech, like I genuinely like don't remember seeing it, and I had to like go look it up, and I'm like, why would they pick this one?
I think it was so because Drag Race, we have so many iconic things. Mm-hmm. Why that one? It was so weird.
But I'm happy for Mariah to get her little moment too, you know.
Jules is doing Back Rolls. Harmonica is doing I Nominate Myself by Chanel. Crystal is doing Unprofessional, another weird one to me. Oh, no, yeah, it was. Ariete's doing Back Rolls with Jules, and Acacia is doing Star Quality with Sam.
I don't know why it drove me so crazy. You read all those. I was like, this is killing me. This is killing me.
Oh, some people who listen to the podcast, Bob, they want clarity.
I'm assuming they already know because they watch the show. That's not the point. The point is, I really liked. If I would have got one, I would have wanted the Glamazon bitch one that Corey King pulled. That's such a great. It's probably one of the greatest like monologues. It's up there with "You're perfect, you're beautiful, you're like a model."
Well, I'm annoyed that like. I hate that they chose it, but you didn't know what your genre was. Because I'm like, that's a big part of it. Like, so I mean, I guess that's also part of the challenge is whatever it is, you just have to do it. And
you don't choose them. You just take the one on top. They weren't choosing.
No, yeah, right. So like, it sucks to me that you're just thrusted with a genre that you may not do. Like Joellea doing gospel, she maybe should have been better doing country and western. I don't.
But you would have
know.
gotten they didn't pick them. They were just given one, so they would have gotten the genre no matter what. They can't change the genre.
I know. I'm saying that part sucks about the challenge, not being able to choose a genre that you get.
Oh, and then I would love to have like the queens, like fight over like which genre that they wanted.
Yeah,
I think that would have provided great drama too, instead of like
Yeah.
queens just getting stuck with whatever they pulled.
Yeah, I agree.
RuPaul says these are not imitations. You're not doing impersonations. Make it your own. She wants it to be reimagined. And then at some point I hear Jules being like, I'm gonna channel Alyssa. And I was like, ooh, that's not what she has said. But it didn't end up affecting it because I don't think she really channeled her in the
I'm about to say if she was channeling Alyssa, it wasn't that doesn't read for me in her thing.
Can I say one of my favorite things is when they're listening to their music? I just wrote this down. Love and Lana goes, I pray for something cunt. I love it when like I pray for something cunt. That is like I want to show this. I pray for something cunt. That is such a great, unintentionally brilliant line. I pray for something cunt.
I think we see Crystal taking on this like group leader role, and it always surprises me to this day on Drag Race.
Wait, we went too far. We skipped over something real quick. Hormona Lisa is sitting here in a shake and go wig, saying she has never worn a shake and go wig. And before it wasn't, I was like, "Bitch, you are." She's like, like in a shake and go wig, saying I have never worn. And that's what she goes, and I don't even think she shook it.
A hard front wig, not even a lace front. A hard front shake and go wig is crazy.
It's in the Roscoe's Drag Hall of Fame now.
It is. No, oh yeah. But then I saw another clip that she gave it to somebody else somewhere else. Hormona has
I'm sure she has multiples of this wig,
multiple. She's like fucking Santa Claus, going to different gigs and giving this wig to different people. That's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, she probably bought them in, but she could have bought 5 at a time. They don't look terribly expensive if we're gonna keep it a buck.
Do you remember Peppermint's border wig?
Border? What do you mean border?
So on Work the World tour, Peppermint had a wig that like she kept in her bag, and then every time we would cross the border between Canada and like North America, and then we have to like show our passports and all that, Peppermint would put on this wig.
It's probably the hair she's wearing in the passport picture. Probably.
So then we ended up calling that wig the border wig.
I'm screaming at the border wig.
Word to border, here comes the border wig.
Can I tell you, that's my worst part about a fucking bus tour is having to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning to have to fucking cross the border. Anyway.
Also, for some reason, Sam seems to be annoyed by Butthole. Like Sam, right before they start recording, Sam is just like not featuring Butthole's drag. Like she's like no hip pads and no something else again.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, is there beef we don't know about?
But also at this point, like I thought we accepted as drag community that it's okay not to pad.
Well, I think we do too, but Sam is definitely like, she can tell she's an old school Southern type of drag person. She probably doesn't feature that type of drag at all, which is her prerogative. But yeah, I mean, at this day and age, I mean, I think I see it all. If you go to a bar, you will go and see a couple of bitches with no pads on because they want to have their toes out and legs out and yada, 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 yada.
You can have your toes out, but not your legs. You can have your knees down. You can even have like high thigh down and wear a pad. I mean, I still wear a pad. I think in my humble opinion, I do think that most queens look better with pads on, in my opinion, unless you're wearing something that doesn't hug your body. But what do I know? I'm just some drag queen.
I think it's fine if you like proportionalize it. Like if I see queens like fully padded with hip, but then they wear no breasts.
Yeah. And then Joellea doing the lip sync.
Or like they'll pat the side of the hips, but then they don't feel the back. So then it's just like, yeah.
Girl, that's the part. What do you go all the time putting hip pads on and no butts when you turn to the side and you are just
like flat in the back? What? If you're gonna do it, like fully like sculpt yourself, or don't do it,
Yeah, that's the part that'd be a little fishy for me. So I was saying Crystal is taking on this lead before they even get into the challenge. Like when they're just working the workroom, Crystal is taking on the lead group leader role of her team. And it surprises me when girls do this on Drag Race, because at this point, I can't think of the last challenge when Ru judged it as a group. Like I can't think of maybe season 3. Like that hasn't been a thing. So why would you put yourself like in this position?
No, not season 3. They judged it as a group on our season.
On season 8, they did?
Yeah, and they probably done it. I'm sure they've done it after that. I'm sure.
See, also it changes like depending on like how the girls do sometimes.
Yeah,
like they'll be like, all right, we're gonna judge this group this time.
I mean, it does make sense if a group is overwhelmingly bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
To have a leader.
No, to judge by groups. If one team is overwhelmingly bad, then I say yes, judge them by groups.
Where's my thing? Do you think they decide that? Do you think like Rue and them decide that like after they see them, they're like, okay, this was so bad, we have to do
I
it.
would. That's what I would do.
100%. Yeah.
But I think you should know that going in.
No.
But like Drag Race has never been about like let's give the best person or whatever,
Yeah.
Every winner was chosen, for a political statement or, for a reason.
Yeah.
But sometimes they get it right.
Not our season, but
So, okay, one thing that drives me crazy. How do you girls not know this? Like tumbleweed rolls with wind. Like tumbleweed is not just like picking up momentum by itself. They're like, let's just toss it. I'm like, girl, no, tumbleweed is being blown through. I don't know how they don't know that.
Yeah, and I also think if she was gonna play the tumbleweed, they should have like stuck some straw on her or something, because out of context, she's just rolling in the back. You don't understand what it's supposed to be. I'm like, girl, they have just cut some of it and glue it on her elbows or like on her like. It just looked. She
could have held. She could have held it in her hands.
And tumble. Okay, that's how you gonna hold in your hand and tumble.
You just hold it.
But also, you're expecting drag queens to like know gravity and science and all this too. Like what else?
Yeah, physics.
Yeah.
Physics. What's that queen? Who's that queen from Kind? The queen from Canada who's like a mathematician.
A Kind.
Yeah, she's like a legit mathematician. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, she released a book. I wrote the blurb for it. So
work.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've written a forward on a book before too. Bob, have you written a forward on a book before?
I'm
like,
sure
no, I just wrote
but Bob is a book.
You wrote
I wrote a whole book. Wait, Kim, do you still do any graphic design work at all?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that makes sense. You're doing other stuff. I wrote down that hitting someone in the face with a powder puff but not using a lot of powder seemed crazy to me.
I agree. I really should have had it should have been like a slight gag. But also, well, I guess at this point you don't care if your makeup gets ruined. But it's also just powder; it'll brush off. But yeah, I agree. Like you're hitting it, but there's no effect. There's no like.
Yeah, just based on like how like the queens are doing, I was like, a lot of them don't have like experience like producing and like directing, because these are the little details that only people who have done it before would know.
Yeah.
Or even like how things are going to read on camera, like costuming wise.
Yeah.
I also don't like that when queens have to be funny, they're like, I have to do my makeup crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't you just like do your standard face and then just do something funny? Like
when queens like smear their makeup for like a stand-up routine, and I'm like, that's not really funny. You just have bad makeup.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't personally get it. I mean, I don't like. It just didn't make sense. I can't remember one of the we had these giant lips that they would never do. I was like, this doesn't look good and it doesn't make sense, guys. Like, come on, let's think outside. Let's not think this far outside of the box, you know?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that.
And they felt like Hormona wasn't doing a lot, but she felt like she was doing enough. And to be honest, in the end, I thought it worked.
Yeah.
She was the
real Chanel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, wait, are we talking about doing them recording it or the challenge?
When she was recording it, the girls were like, she's not doing enough. But then when they play back, it looked like she was doing a lot.
Yeah, I would say so too. And also, I think that when Corey was doing hers, like, I was like trusting like Corey's vision, because Corey seems to be a pretty funny person and she understands comedy a little bit. So I'm like trusting the process. I'm like, you know what? It's one of those things that looks crazy doing it, but it's going to turn out well.
Cut to. Let's go to group number 2. So Susie, I think Susie has some really good ideas. Susie seems to be a really seasoned performer who knows how to get her message across very easily.
Yeah. I wonder she's from Florida. Does she, I know she's a theater queen, meaning like she likes theater. Do we know that, does she work in theater? Do you know? Yeah.
Let me call her up. Hey, Susie.
Jacob, see if you can figure it out really quick.
And I mean, Anya also, I've noticed that Anya doesn't seem terribly interested in working with the group. Like in general, she's giving herself very much lone wolf vibes.
I agree. I hate group projects. I don't like them in school. I don't like them at work. I hate doing shit with other people. Like when it feels like there's like a lot on the line. I don't like relying on other people with my work.
Kim, how do you feel about doing the group numbers on Work the World?
So They always come with so much drama.
Always.
Like there's always a queen who thinks like she's like too cool to do like certain parts. So then like they'll get in like fights with everybody. Rehearsal's always a nightmare because like everybody always like flies in like several days before, but there's always like that one queen who would like fly like on the last day just because like to hold power over. So then everybody like rehearses over and over again, and when the queen gets there, we have to like basically teach her and then rehearse over and over again. So then everybody's like exhausted. And
Fully
then
Kim. I'm kidding. Kim didn't do that.
I've never.
I'm kidding. Kim didn't do that.
And then like that queen is always like the messing up and like, you guys never taught me, and I'm like, you showed up late.
You showed up late, bitch.
How do you feel about group? Did you have any thoughts about the group numbers on Work the World, Mo?
I mean, my first time going to Work the World, I think I was always just excited to be on tour with like all these drag race queens that I loved and I always wanted to work with. So I was just more so like, oh my God, I get to do numbers with all these girls. The second time I did Work the World, I was like, all right. I was like, these group numbers, they're so fun though. I actually like them. I think I like it all the time.
I like it also.
I love chaos, and doing the group numbers at Work the World is chaos. People don't want to do this. People can't do this. It's like the energy is so chaotic, and I kind of love it.
Yeah. And also, it is kind of like cheesy, but that's what I like about it. I love like cheesy parts of drag too. You know, like we can be like grand for our own numbers, and then like group numbers were like.
I know the group numbers be so cheesy. Put your right foot in and put your right hand.
Well, and if any of you, I don't know if Kim's still working the world. She's done a lot of time, but I will tell you this: if any of you girls want to know how to work the world, talk to Kim Chi. When you did the Halloween show a couple years ago. When I came, was that you? Did you do the Halloween show?
I did, yeah.
Baby, when I came back to that, when I tell you Kim has it down to a science. The other girls are backstage trying to get their stuff together. Baby, Kim's waiting on you at the door. Kim's bag is packed. Kim has she meticulously plans her outfit that she is wearing, like the thing that's the easy to take off at the end. She is so meticulous that Kim is not only putting on a great show, wearing fantastic outfits, but she is ready to. When I tell y'all, Kim don't play around. Kim is efficient at these motherfuckers.
Oh, my bag is like fully like packed and closed even before the show is over.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I was gagging. I was like, because when I had left, you hadn't quite figured out the system yet. When I came back, I was like, oh my God, Kim. She's like, yeah, girl.
Yeah, Kim and Naomi told me a lot about touring. I really learned how to tour a lot from Kim and Naomi. Like Naomi laying out every rhinestone, nail, hair of a brush that she might use is all. I'm like, okay, that's good to know.
So back to Drag Race. The girls don't know they're living for what Lexi's doing, and she's doing the Jasmine Kennedy. I'm trying to think, like, Monét, were you gagged that you didn't have a moment in there?
No, I don't think I have any moments on Drag Race that would.
Jesus, no fun. No. There's no big, like, I think it's got to be like a big monologue, low key, or a huge fight.
Yeah, do y'all have one y'all think that would have been belonged in there?
No, we didn't really have any monologues. I mean, we had a fight between Derek and Naomi, and a fight between me and Derek, and I think that was like the biggest fights of our season.
Yeah. I mean, I think if they weren't such controversial figures at this point, I think maybe Eureka and Vixen could have some, but I just don't think the Vixen and Eureka had so many moments our season, so many.
Baby, you don't know me. So they reveal that Corey King is trying to do is not giving the fantasy she thinks it is giving. She was so excited to go grab that fucking dress, but I was like, girl, she got about bedazzled, crusted. Baby, it's a sequin dress.
She's like, I'm gonna be a chicken, and then she just like ran with that chicken idea. But like the original spirit of Kennedy's speech wasn't even being a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And also because she was grabbing the dress that she revealed to the one that she had on from the episode before. But I was like, it's not like iconic enough, or maybe in the season she felt that this dress would have more moment, like there'd be more weight to it, but it didn't really have the weight she thought it was going to have.
She thought this dress was going to be like her sponge dress.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
But also the thing is, like, they should have done like a TikTok reveal where she's actually wearing the dress, and then someone grabs it and rips it off. But then they just cut the cameras and they just pull it, and it looks like they ripped it off, versus just literally laying the dress on top of laying a stretched dress, which by the way is smaller than your body, on top of your gigantic hips. I was like, girl, what is happening here?
But
Yeah,
with that
it's
being
been a while.
said, we love delusion. And
We
just also
do love
like
delusion.
that's like another
Delusion.
my favorite aspect of drag that I love. I love delusional queens.
Well,
I mean, last thing I'll say about Corey too, I do think that Corey I do think there was a way to edit Corey's thing to be funny, but I do think on a base level it wasn't that funny. Also, she was like, comedy comes in so many different forms, and I am not a physical comedian. My humor is rarely through my body. Sometimes it's like a little bit of waist up if I'm doing like this, like Simone impression. That can be kind of funny, or the Utica hoo hee ha ha. Like there's a physical aspects to that thing, but like falling is such a specific form of comedy that I don't do. Just because you're funny doesn't mean you will be good at physical comedy.
Yeah. And on the heels of delusion, I love this moment on Drag Race. Everyone comes back for the challenge, whether it be this improv thing or snatch game, and be like, everyone is confident. Everyone feels like they nailed it. Everyone thinks that, I know I was funny. I know I'm not in the bottom. Everyone is so confident. And I'm like, I love that because it's so delusional. But also, you don't have an audience to react to, so you think, I definitely suffer from this on Drag Race. I remember coming back from Whitney Houston. I was like, honestly, put me on SNL, girl. Put me on SNL, baby.
I get so mad. I told you not to fucking do that, and you did it. And I told you. I also love this is the Schadenfreude to me, but I also love when they come back and everyone's like, "Girl, I'm in the bottom." I love when they come back and they're like, "Girl, this is the shittiest week we've ever done. Girl, none of us are going to be in it. None of us ate. Girl, no one ate."
Was there a challenge for y'all in season 8 that y'all felt like that?
Where no one ate? No, we had a pretty talented season, and we a few people flopped, but no one. There was never like we never had like a season 4 snatch game.
No, not all of y'all. I'm just saying, was there a challenge individually that y'all went and y'all was like, oh, I killed it, or you thought you did really bad and you actually did really good? There's not one challenge that both of y'all felt that way, or one of y'all.
There were times I thought I did bad and I did do bad. I thought I did poorly and I did do poorly, but I never thought I did great and did poorly though.
And vice versa.
I mean, I still to this day think that my book look was great, but I didn't embrace the materials apparently.
Do you think your book look was better than Chi-Chi's?
No, I didn't say I should have won the challenge.
What was she?
Do you think it was better than Kim's? And do you think it was better than Naomi's?
Yeah.
Everyone that was there.
No.
Wait, who else? There must have been someone else there.
Derek. And it was better than Derek's. It was better than Derek Barry's. That is, everyone will give you that.
Wait,
your book was better than Derek Barry's.
Was there no one else there besides us?
Was it 5 of y'all? Top 5.
Oh yeah, then I guess I should have been in the bottom too.
No, but also like the entire season had been leading up to like Bob versus Derek lip sync, so it made sense.
So Crystal feels very confident because she took on a leadership role. But then there's a moment where every time Joellea opens her mouth about feeling good, the other girls are all like, "Oh!" Whenever Joellea cannot breathe without these girls being like, "Okay."
I am like kind of obsessed with Joellea. I feel like she's like the flavor that's been missing from Drag Race. Again,
look at my screensaver. I'm obsessed.
Oh my god,
I am obsessed,
girl. We are currently living in the Joellea dynasty, honey. We are so lucky to be in the time of the Joellea dynasty, Miss Thing.
Honestly, like I want her in every episode. I just want to see her be her.
Kim, imagine Joellea coming to a game night.
Which game would he play with her?
I don't know what game. I can't imagine Joellea playing Secret Hitler.
What if she's the Super Smash Brothers queen and she eats you down? Then what?
I feel like that's not possible.
Yeah, no way.
Not with this lineup.
Yeah. So Kim and I, for sure.
But I mean, like our game night already gets so tense because between you, Monét, me, Selena, Titties, Naomi, Andy,
and
then other people like this are all there. Like we are all very like chaotic, competitive people. So
yeah.
So the girls are all saying when they started drag, I'm a pride queen. How about y'all? Your college show.
I was college. The first time I drag was college, but the first time I did like in the world, like for real, was Pride.
Mine was Halloween.
You're Halloween queen. Are we shaming? Like, why would they like shame? Like, shaming Halloween queens is a thing. I didn't realize. Like, Boo, you're a Halloween queen. I said on my season, like there's most queens do two of these things, Halloween or Pride. Like a lot of queens are Halloween queens or Pride queen. I was a Pride queen. And I didn't know we were shaming Halloween queens now. That seems wild to me.
I think if we do that Pride, you like finding yourself, you like being okay with being gay, you're going out to Pride like as like a fucking drag queen who's the most literally, we are the most, but that is our equinox. We're the most powerful at Pride. Versus Halloween where everybody wants to be a sexy whatever and they're just throwing a wig and be slutty. You know what I mean? It's just the Halloween.
Kim just told you she's a Halloween queen. This is crazy.
You know what, Monét? I guess you win. I guess you're better than us. If that helps you sleep at night, good for you. You win.
Yeah.
So Lexi was thrown out of her home for being queer. And we this is a story that we get on Drag Race a lot. She was like thrown out, clothes out the window, and she lived in like a not evacuated, dilapidated foreclosed home. But she was like, but honestly, it was better than being with my family.
Girl, I can imagine that sounds so traumatic. Sounds so traumatic.
Does this sound familiar? You spend all evening deciding what to make for dinner, and before you know it, it's 9 p.m. You've watched nothing, and you're stuck eating instant ramen again. If this hit a little too close to home, it's time to streamline dinner with Home Chef. Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes straight to your doorstep, making meal prep simple and stress-free. For those of you who are not 5-star chefs, I'm not, baby. You can become one. It is that easy. Whether you're into classic meal kits, need like a 30-minute quick recipe, or like prefer oven-ready options for those busy nights, Home Chef has everything you need for hassle-free, delicious dinners.
It's no surprise that users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. With over 30 options a week, Home Chef serves a variety of dietary needs, so everybody in your family can find something they love. Even Bob. Bobby's so picky about what he eats, but when we get them Home Chef meals, honey, that tummy gets a rumble and she eats the girlies up every time. But here's the kicker. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. And if meal planning feels impossible, check out their new 5-ingredient meals. Simple recipes with just 5 fresh, pre-portioned ingredients.
For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 18 free meals plus free desserts for life. And of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/rivalry to claim this incredible offer. That's homechef.com/rivalry for 18 free meals plus free dessert for life. One last time, homechef.com/rivalry. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. Monét, have you noticed that everything seems to cost a lot more these days? Like groceries, gas, like those little indulgences, it all adds up. And the last thing you want to pile on your credit card is debt, right? This is where Chime Credit Builder Card comes in. This is a secured credit card with no annual fees, no interest, and no credit card checks, no credit checks to apply. You can start building credit using money you set aside while avoiding the pitfalls of expensive debt. With Chime Credit Builder, your everyday purchases and on-time payments can turn into steps toward achieving your financial goals.
And if you need a little extra help before payday, you can use MyPay to access up to $500 of your pay with no mandatory fees. Better credit can open the door to so many opportunities, whether it's lower interest rates on loans, saving for that dream vacation, or just being ready for life's unexpected expenses. Other features that make Chime stand out. Fee-free overdraft with SpotMe. Chime can spot you up to $200 when you exceed your balance. Access to over 50,000 fee-free ATMs, more than the top 3 national banks combined. Easily send and receive money. Yes, even to non-Chime members, all without fees. Turn your everyday purchases into steps toward your financial goals with Chime Secure Credit Card. Get started today at chime.com/sibling. That's chime.com/sibling. Chime feels like progress.
The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by the Bancorp N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits do apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawals and OTC advance fees may apply. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. MyPay eligibility requirements apply. Credit limits range from $20 to $500. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
The new year is all about trying new things, right? Whether it's a fresh hobby, a bold style choice, or finally diving into that project you've been putting off for too long, why not switch up your look while you're at it? With Pair Eyewear, you can keep reinventing yourself and your vibe without breaking the bank. Pair Eyewear has a huge selection of base frames starting at just 60 doll hairs, including your prescription. And you can customize them with top frames for every occasion. Whether you want something classic, something playful, or from one of their cool collabs like Disney, Marvel, or Star Wars, there's something for everybody.
Hey, listen, people see your glasses when they see you, okay? You can say a lot about yourself. And switching out top frames is super easy. They snap on and off in seconds. I really genuinely enjoy them. I've been loving all their collections, and it's so fun to change up my look depending on my mood, and my mood changes a lot. Or the event, and I go to a lot of events. Plus, Pair Eyewear is budget friendly. Top frames start at just $25. And you can even use your FSA or HSA dollars to save on base frames. With free shipping on U.S. orders and a 30-day return policy, trying a new style is totally risk-free. And here's something extra special. For every single pair you buy, Pair Eyewear donates a pair to a child in need through their partnership with Alliance. I love that that's like a drag name. Welcome to Miss Alliance.
That is good. I like that. Show off new sides of yourself this year. Go to paireyewear.com and use code SIBLING15 for 50% off your first order. And don't forget to mention that Sibling Rivalry sent you in your post-checkout survey. That's PAIR, eyewear.com, code SIBLING15.
Let's talk about something that we all need, okay? Support for our mental health, especially during this podcast with Monét. Finding a therapist that you trust, it shouldn't feel like an impossible task or worse, something you can't afford. That's where Rula comes in. Rula connects you with high-quality, licensed mental health professionals who fit your needs and preferences. The best part? They work with most major insurance plans, so instead of paying hundreds of dollars out of pocket, you can pay as little as $15 per session. Rula takes care of everything from matching you with the right therapist to scheduling sessions and even dealing with insurance. It's mental health care made simple, accessible, and affordable.
Getting started is easy. Rula asks you a few questions about your preferences, like what kind of care you need, your insurance, and your therapy goals. Then they match you with an in-network provider who's right for you. You can start your journey to better mental health as soon as the next day. Rula also offers a wide range of care, including licensed therapists and psychiatrists for medication management. They're with you every step of the way to ensure you get the support you deserve. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support their journey toward better mental health. Head to rula.com/rivalry to get started today. That's RULA.com/rivalry. When you sign up, be sure to tell them our show sent you, okay? It really helps us out. You deserve quality care from someone who cares. Take the first step toward better mental health with Rula today.
Okay, listen, I know I just interrupted either me or Monét. I know. Listen. I know you wanted to watch this whole video.
Interrupting Monét. What?
Shut up, I'm talking. Shut up, I'm talking. Now listen, if you want to watch the full video is available. You have to go to our Patreon to watch it. Yes, honey, people pay for this content, and they're paying it so you can watch the first half for free. So you can either thank them or you can join them, quite frankly.
Yeah, so you come join us over at Patreon and see the full thing in 4K, honey. 4K
That's
quality.
Right. And not only that, y'all, you're going to get to see a lot of exclusive content. Our one-woman shows, some of our stand-up specials are there. Crowd work specials are there. And also, I will fight you in the comments. If you come for me sideways, I will fight you.
And he's not playing. His shit bitch is not playing. The full traitor effect is giving.
All right, let's get back to the episode. I want to hear what we have to say. As queens who I think have connected to their culture on RuPaul's Drag Race, it's really cool to see Anya and Joellea having a conversation. But also, Joellea she came in that traditional Chinese inspired drag, which I think was really fierce. Have we had that many Chinese drag queens on the show? I feel like we only had like 2 Chinese drag queens on the show.
We have Yua
and Joellea. Who else?
And Joellea. Also, I personally love seeing like cultural looks on Drag Race because culture is not a costume, so we can't see anybody else do it. So even if queens is like not in touch with the culture, I love to see them like research it, get to know more about their culture, and then have a chance to like showcase those looks.
Yeah,
like I personally love that. So
I do too.
We're gonna use the Runway, but what's her name did a very Asian inspired look on the runway. Lana Jarre.
When?
Today on this episode.
On the runway? It was Asian inspired?
We'll get to it. You'll see it. You'll see it when you get there.
I was going to say, which one is she? I can't remember.
The tall, skinny one.
I don't
Lux, but stretched out. When we get to it,
Okay,
I jumped the gun. I went too early. So in fact, we're here. Let's look at the runway.
Wait.
Oh, I missed something.
Lana and Lilia didn't take it for. Oh, sorry. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Go ahead.
As I was saying, no, I'm playing. Question: is RuPaul wearing pads? It looks like she's not.
Yeah, it's an interesting dress. I mean, RuPaul normally has body on, and I've heard through the grapevine that he RuPaul is like, I'm going to wear body, like whatever. And
but RuPaul's done so many seasons. If she wants, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna wear a flowy dress and no pads. You know what? Who am I to judge?
I mean, I'm not judging. She looks pretty good. This dress is not terribly form fitting, but like, is Ru now one of the no padding girls?
Maybe. I wish she was one of these get my hair done girls, because this wig was crazy.
You know, what's wrong with it? I'm not. It's so small. I don't remember looking at it too hard.
I don't know.
It does look like it had like been in luggage and gotten a little flat.
Literally, this is like she's on a show 38 of 40 of Work the World.
Michelle looks amazing. Can I say one of the best times I ever had on Work the World was when we decided to bring a hairdresser on tour. I don't know why that was not being done every single time, every single wear, everywhere.
The game, honestly.
Oh my God, y'all!
I'll say some girls did take like advantage of it, where
yes they did.
They'll literally give like 10 wigs to the stylist and just like style all of these, and then they'll just like take those wigs to their gigs and not even like tip the hairdresser.
Yes they did, Kim.
Yeah. I mean, I've only known Work the World with the wig stylist, but that was also the tour that the wig stylist, one of the queens, got into a fight and had to leave the tour at some point. And I was like, "This is."
Oh, girl, that wig stylist was always fighting the queens. that wig stylist got into probably the same queen. Girl, got into an epic showdown at Universal Studios. I mean, epic, screaming. Yeah, were you there for this, Kim?
Oh, I was. Oh, I remember every detail because I was like so mad. So Bob and there are half the people who drink and the other half who doesn't drink. And we were on like a guided tour where they could basically take us through all the rides, like through the back. So we get to like go through all the rides. But all the drinkers wanted to get a drink after every single ride. So then all the non-drinkers were literally like hanging around for 30 minutes waiting these people to like getting drunk. So then they're like, can we split the group in half? And they're like, yeah, we'd love to split the group for you so the non-drinkers can keep on going on the rides and the drinkers can like do things at their own pace. And then one queen's like, no, everybody wants to stay together. Why are you trying to split the group? And I'm like, we're not even hanging out. You guys are just getting drunk. Anyways.
Yeah. And then during the showdown, y'all. I mean, one of the biggest fights I've ever seen that didn't actually come to blows. Like, it was disrupting the entire restaurant. We were in a private section, but still the whole restaurant was like, what is happening in there?
Yes. Oh, yes. I also remember that. Yep.
That's why I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell you right now, these producers are not making these. Any girl who told you the producers make them fight, they're lying. Drag queens fight on their own, of their own. Even when cameras aren't around, bitch, the queens are fighting. I assure you. We should go into these looks though.
Okay, that was also the same day where I got called the N-word by a drunk person. Do you remember that? Yes.
I remember. I'm the one that told you.
Y'all, see, y'all, let me tell you something. The season 10 girls and up, we are nice and sweet and kind. These older bitches.
It wasn't a queen. It wasn't a queen that called it Kim the N-word. But I went and I told Kim, I was like, this is what this person just said to you about you. And he was like, don't tell her, please. And I was like, no, I'm going directly to her. That was crazy. That was insane.
And meanwhile, I was just like sitting there, just like minding my own business,
literally doing nothing. Monét literally just sitting there, like either like drinking something, or eating something, or just looking around, looking at her ticket. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to talk to Kim about what you just said. That was insane.
Let's go on to the Runway. Which category was it? Was Quilted for the gods or something like that?
Yeah, Quilted for her pleasure.
Quilted for her pleasure.
So, okay, I think I've come to the conclusion that I don't think I appreciate Butthole's perspective on garments. Like, what am I looking at?
Is this the cat lady one?
No, yeah, she's the couch.
Oh wait. Sorry, Kim. Jacob should probably send you the doc with the looks.
I'm looking at the doc, but okay. I still don't have like. I still can't tell the queens apart, like a lot of the queens apart.
This is Lydia Butthole Collins, who was doing. She was the couch.
Okay. Oh yes,
the cat lady lets her cats.
But you know, this is actually one of my favorite looks. And I feel like the cat lady look, of course, has been done on like the main stage before, but like cat lady representation matters too.
I just don't. I don't. Maybe this drag is too conceptual for me. What do you think, Monét? We need a tiebreaker.
I think that what I've struggled with Lydia before is I can't tell. I don't like the proportions of what she made. Like that yellow thing, it was just a hodgepodge of mess. Where this, I like that we can see we can see her waist section, obviously her midsection. Now I love her. She is. I've never seen a white person with this much body lotion or oil ever. This bitch is lubricated more than
glitter.
No, I think it's lubricated. I think she's lubricated. I think it's lotion.
She would have worked.
Or oil. So I like that. And I do think I didn't know I did not like it before, but now I know that she is a cat that scratched a couch. I was like, oh, that's why she doesn't have any hands. And that's why the thing is spilling out. So I like it. It's not a shoot, but it's a toot for me. I like this outfit.
I'll say like one thing I wish she did better was like a little more contrast in the outfit, because like the cat just kind of like, it's dark, so it just blends in with the background, and then everything else.
What's the cat? Where there's a cat on it?
There's a cat on it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Like I wish the cat was like a little, or it was just like multiple cats on the outfit, just like driving home the point instead of just like a cat.
I also think, y'all, this is something with Drag Race needs to address, or something. Now is this new stage that's this sleek black thing. When girls wear black on the runway, it loses so much definition. You can't like really see stuff. Because before, y'all, if I remember this, it used to be a silver tee, so you can see more dimension when someone wears black. Now when you wear black, it just disappears on the stage.
Yes.
Also, when me and Kim were on Drag Race, the stage was literally a T. There was negative space. If you fell off the stage, you would fall like 4 feet to the ground. But then directly after our season, they put in these platforms, and the girls are lip syncing all throughout the platform. They're walking around. We had to lip sync on the T.
No. Season 10, they only put it for challenges. For season 10, we were also the T's as well.
Which is crazy. We were lip syncing on this little 2 strips.
Yeah.
Oh, you lip synced?
Yeah, I did, Kim. I did.
Fired. Yes, Kim.
Shot
Gather
fired.
that bitch. Gather that fucking.
Yeah, I've already gathered Kim. Okay, let's gather that, honey.
Let's go on to Lana Jarrett. I thought her makeup was so beautiful. The colors on her eyes, doing the white eyebrows. I thought the colors was so beautiful, and I like this look from the shins up. I don't like the things on her shins or her legs. They were weird to me. But everything else.
Outfit, not Sailor Moon. Am I crazy?
Sailor Moon.
It's kind of like a wrinkled Sailor Moon.
Yeah, like it's got like the thing with the it's quilted, but that thing Sailor Moon does with the schoolgirl thingy.
Yeah,
and she kept me like, this is a really unique silhouette. I was like, this is quilted Sailor Moon.
I would say that she looks very beautiful, but I think like her outfit is kind of like, I'm going to Burning Man, but I don't know if there was like a much concept to it.
Yeah, I think that
it's just like colors and wrinkles.
Yeah, she does.
I'm screaming at the wrinkles.
She does look good, but I do think she thought she ate harder than she did. But she does look good. But I think, how much of that is just that she happens to be very, bitch? Are you in a tornado? Is there an earthquake where you are? I think most of it is she happens to be really beautiful, and not that the outfit is like really giving all this like fantasy. Sometimes when you're like really skinny and really pretty, it's really easy to make stuff look good. That's why I say, if you're a skinny pretty girl and you look bad, I don't know what the fuck you did.
Well, I feel like this like look is very like second number on a Wednesday night.
Oh my God, really, y'all? I
like it, but
I like it. I thought the hair was cool. The makeup looked cool. I thought it was cool. The hair reminds me of that. Remember what that neon hair that Naomi did?
Yeah,
with like the puffs, the palms, which it might be for something else too. That I just know it from Naomi.
Let's go on to what I think will be the golden boot of the season. This
of the
is
century.
This.
The fact that she got the email with the prompts for the runways, she saw Quilted, and she thought about this as her look to bring to Drag Race is insane to me, and why she is one of the most iconic queens, I think, that has ever been on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, I think she literally just went and bought a quilt. She literally just bought an actual quilt. This is crazy.
I mean, it's clearly sewn, and then like there's like structures in it to like keep this up. So obviously, someone actually spent time on this. But also, like, the RuPaul, like, face on it is just a little too, like, kiss ass for me. You know, like, Drag Race is your time. So, like, why are you making your look about RuPaul and not you?
And why is Ru cockeyed? Why is Ru looking at the camera like this?
I'm screaming. I forget that you can make your eyes cockeyed. That's such a talent that
You can't do that?
No.
Oh, girl, all the time.
My eyes look in the same direction. they can go in, but you can make one go in, which is insane.
I mean, I would say this though, because Drag Race and how popular it's gotten, it is hard to get things made like from designers nowadays because all the designers are pretty limited who can do it in like a limited time, and then they all know like what day you're leaving, and they know like they can ask for whatever price, and you're gonna pay it because you want to go on Drag Race.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
as we say, to quote Alyssa Edwards, "Mama, this is garbage." And I think it would have been better if her face was poking out of the quilt instead of hiding.
How to save this look.
Well, let me finish. If her face is poking out, like the quilt is like think Lady Gaga when she did Art Pop and her head was on that big blank thing. Instead of your face being behind it, your face is like in it, right? And then if the quilt was like if it was wrapped around her body, but not like a big quilt, but instead of being like a blank, like a big rectangle, if it was somehow wrapped around her body in some sort of a form-fitting way, because she does pad pretty well when she wears titties. So this look was just insane.
I think this look could have been something had she like ripped a quilt off on stage and there was like another look underneath it. I think that would have been cunt. You know? But to have just this look,
which is what I thought was going to happen. I thought a reveal was coming. Like I thought there was. I was like, "There's for sure a reveal is coming," and then
there was a reveal. The reveal was RuPaul. Girl, when this walked down the runway and y'all thought it was real, y'all literally said, "I pray for something cunt." We did the prayer of Lana Jarre. I pray for something cunt, but we did not get. We got. This is actually cunt in its own way, but in the most uniconic, in the most ironic way ever. It's iconic.
Take to wear this, you know.
It's iconic, ironic. Let's move on to Ariete. And
I think this is a very fine, thin quilting fabric, but it doesn't give quilting. I think Bianca has a video of her stitching something like this, and someone showed it on Twitter. And I think
Bianca made her dress.
No. Bianca like used the same fabric.
Oh my god, Bianca made her dress. Is crazy.
Bianca used the same fabric in something a few years ago, and this is a very like the thinnest. I mean, like quilting like a sheet of paper. It's not when you think of quilt, you think it's something like a little heavier and thicker. So I think technically it is quilted, but it doesn't look it. I think it's a cool outfit. I like it's the catsuit under it with this thing and the glasses, and you know I think it's like a nice outfit, but it just doesn't give quilted.
Yeah, I think she looks extremely high fashion and she looks really good. But I don't know if it's like a look to where I'm going to be like inspired by or like remember.
Yeah, sometimes when you go too out of the box, you end up missing the mark, and you end up with something that's just it's just too out of the box. Let's move on to Jewels Sparkles. This look is fine. I don't hate it. It looks perfectly fine to me.
It's kind of like 2012 like pop diva like music video look kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I can see Gaga wearing this in something a while ago.
I feel like she's gonna perform like "Get This Party Started," you know?
Yeah, very that. Let's move on to Harmona Lisa, who is doing a nod that Monét has done on RuPaul's Drag Race before.
I did.
Monét, did you watch the fucking? Yeah, this is her. She said this is her inspired by Coat of Many Colors.
Oh, I didn't even hear her say that. I think this is good. I think what would have been really cool is if the thing under it wasn't a leotard. If it was a cat suit, maybe like a full foot, like it would be very like Richard Quinn vibes. You know what I mean? And feel like super one thing and it'd be more high fashion. But it just being a leotard underneath, I think made the thing look cheap. Although it was quilted, her mom quilted it for her. The coat, I love the coat. I just hate it reveals to just a leotard.
I would say like she looks good in this one, but to me this is clothes, not necessarily fashion. But she does look good.
I don't like this hair on her though. This was not the hair.
Agree. The hair
looks like
Rose, yeah.
She's like a head wig in The Angry Inch or something.
Oh yeah.
I feel like with the styling, this could have easily been some sort of like a concept, you know, like a country music star or something. But it's kind of like I'm just this outfit and quilt.
Let's go on to Crystal Envy.
Crystal Envy, everything.
Wow.
She looks just like Scarlet Envy here.
Yes.
No relation though.
Ate this up. Her body looks incredible. The coat was dope. And then revealed it as cat suit that has quilting going up the sides of it. The hair was really cool. This was such a great fucking look. If I had to nitpick about something so tiny, so minute, will be as if her those Wappa poppers, the snaps, were the same colors of fabric. Because you know they make them in almost every color. That would have been nice. But other than that, girl, everything.
Yeah, sickening, stunning.
Yeah,
beautiful.
I think this is the best look of the season so far.
Oh, I think about that.
Oh.
I think so. I mean, I'm recalling everything, but that look was really good.
I don't remember what the last episode.
I can't.
That's a very deep compliment. I'm not gonna say that yet, but I think she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Susie Toot, and I do love. Okay, I don't know why Susie Toot doesn't. I'm no shade to your signature thing. I do not know why Susie Toot doesn't do her makeup like this all the time. I did not know Susie Toot knew how to do makeup that was not bad, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, she looks beautiful. It's also not everyone. I don't know if it's like the runway, but like the outfit is kind of like forgettable to me, mostly because it just blends into the background.
Yes, you can't.
You're not wrong,
girl. With this new runway, I'm telling you, dark colors. They have to revisit the upcoming season. Dark colors just disappear. You can't see dimension because it's so reflective in the colors. It's really hard to see. And also, they read the other girl for Quilted. What the fuck was Quilted on her outfit?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean we're gonna read it. I wrote it down actually because obviously as you know, Carson Kressley is like a fashion Bible. And he knows every reference to everything ever. I mean, it's in my other notes. I'll get to it in a second. Carson Kressley said that it was a. Hold on. He said it was a.
Okay, why do you do that? I'm gonna say I think that
tramp art quilt.
What does that mean, tramp art quilt?
It's a quilt. It's a specific kind of quilt from the 1930s called tramp art quilt.
This bitch got her. She got her fabric from the 30s too. Jesus Christ.
But I'm just saying, I want to go back and say, like, her makeup looks great. Like, the reason my makeup was bad on season 8 because I didn't know how to do better makeup. She knows how to do better makeup, and she's choosing not to do it. That's crazy.
And what is your excuse now?
That wasn't even a good one. Anyway, should we move on?
Great one. I was gonna say, I think that I was more so I was mesmerized by how pretty she looked. I think her makeup and like how beautiful she was able to paint herself. I was like mesmerized by that I didn't even pay attention to the fact that her outfit. I mean, apparently it was some 1920s quilt that I've never fucking heard of. But I think her makeup was so pretty. But I hate also that she still did that small lip. I'm like, bitch, give me a big mouth.
Did she do a small lip?
Yes.
I guess not all of us are naturally blessed like Monét, you know?
Well, that's why I draw. You can literally make it up. You can make these lips as big as you want.
Should we go on to Sam Starr? I love this. I feel like this is kind of like a concept that we've seen a few times.
Yeah, it's like the Victor and Ralph inspired.
But I feel like I haven't seen one where the hair goes into the pillow like this.
Jada did it on her season for the finale or something.
She did the hair into the pillow as well?
Yeah, she had a black wig and it went into the pillow.
Oh, work. Then we have seen it. I mean, just because it's been done doesn't mean you can't do it again. And I think she did it well. She honestly legit looks great.
She looks amazing, yeah.
I think she looks really cool. I think it's a cool take on a sleeping bag. It was cool.
Let's go on to Acacia Forgot. Acacia Forgot has her grandmother's doily and her mother's quilt. Like, she actually has family heirlooms in this garment. And honestly, she looks pretty good.
Yeah. She looks good. I like it.
Yeah, I like the hair. I think this outfit is cool. I don't like the sleeves of this dress, but I do love the structure of this dress. I think it's very flattering to the body. I love she has this old 19, I guess I'm going to guess it's from the 80s, although I think a box like that is more like a 50s thing. I love that she put the doilies in the hair. I think her hair and the dress are good. I hate the sleeves.
Only thing I wish there was something different with maybe she was wearing a lace tights or something instead of just bare leg with this look.
That could be cool.
Was she not wearing fishnets?
Fishnets, but instead of just legs, I feel like she should have been covered up.
I had a pair of fishnets that one pair, I don't think Capiz even sells anymore, but I haven't found them, that has a seam going down the back of the leg. I love those.
They still make those, the black fishnets with the seam in the back.
I need to give more. I fucking
They're very
love.
sexy. They're very sexy.
fishnets.
Those kind of fishnets.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Miss Anya Nerve. I thought Anya Nerve looked beautiful. The only thing I did not like was that you have this diagonal motif of the quilt going to the top and the bottom, and at the bottom you shrink yourself by having just it going horizontal. I think it was such an interesting choice. Not like, why shouldn't you keep that motif?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she should have adorned herself in more jewelry, big bangles, big wooden jewelry.
Yes.
Like the bare arm, it needs some big chunky wooden jewelry, even in bright colors, painted in bright colors on her arm. I think would look really nice with this.
I agree. I think that could have been
And her
really
makeup
cool.
looked really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is still doing that like 2016 hard cheek though. You remember that 2016
Girl,
like
yeah,
hard
we all
cheek?
did. All three of us used to do that cheek.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do it.
Do you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I used to, when I used to paint, I literally used to get a pair of old tights, the box or the paper in the box. I would cut it from my cheek and I would go like,
I know, I miss it.
and have that like hard cheek. Like Bob and I used to do that together.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did it on Drag Race, yeah. Can we go on to Lexi Love?
Bob, you would start this podcast with the computer unplugged the last.
Well, it was doing well, but you drain it. Like when I'm by myself, it's you, bitch. When you get on my computer, it's drained of power. I sympathize with this computer. I love this look. This look is so cool to me.
I thought it was cool too. I love Utica made this.
Oh,
I see that.
Yeah. I think she looks really cool. I think Lexi also like these like skinny girls, when they like they can just like wear anything, and I'm always like over like, oh my god, that looks really fierce. And I think it looks really beautiful. I think she wasted the black stones on that thing. You know, tell you something, black stones are such a waste. When you stone things with black stones, it is just you're wasting your money and you're wasting time.
I agree. It never shows up.
Never.
Also, like rhinestoning in general for television, unless it's encrusted, don't even bother because it does not show up on camera.
It doesn't show up.
Here's a debate me and Monét used to have, Kim. What do you think? I think putting stones on top of sequins does not make it pop more.
No, absolutely not.
For stage. If you put stones on a sequin, like I wouldn't do it anymore, but I would do little accent things when I would wear something because sequins sparkles a little different on stage with stage lights. So that's why I would do it.
I don't think it doesn't make it like unless it's like the mesh cutouts in it and you stone on the mesh. But if you're just putting stones on top of sequins, I used to be like, what are you doing? When it was like, she doesn't do it anymore. I used to be like, this is the only thing, honey. Well, I'm like, no, you're the only one doing it.
When you're stoning a garment, mostly, you're not necessarily stoning it for stage. You're stoning for the queen's backstage. It's like, oh, bitch, like all of this is stoned, like. But
no,
most audience like don't even like know.
You remember Violet's attack on pre-sequin fabric?
Yes, girl. She was like, I only do like custom sequin, and I'm like, also not everybody wants to spend like $10,000 on like one outfit.
Like, girl, that girl is so crazy.
But also, all she does is trap herself. Now she can never again be seen in a pre-sequin fabric. All she's done is ruin herself because now she can never again wear a pre-sequin fabric. And what designers? How much has she limited the designers that she could work with because they refuse? They're like, bitch, I'm not about to fucking do no fucking sequins on fabric.
Let's go on to Miss Corey King wearing this look. The hair needs to be bigger. The hair needs to be way bigger. Also, I love her in this color hair. Corey King she's been wearing a lot in this season. Like that brassy blonde color that's like a little hard. I don't think it works nicely with her skin tone, but when she wears tones like this with this dark color, she's done it a few times, it looks so beautiful on her. It softens her a bit more, but I don't particularly love this outfit. I think the hair could have been way bigger. It could have been like some on your nerves kind of hair, and this
like a fro.
Or I don't know, not a throw, but it could have just bigger. I need it bigger.
Yeah.
I needed like some texture and just bigger. It would just look like this. She had like a small little thimble kufi on her head.
Yeah, this outfit did not do her any favors. It is very poorly made. It's not great. This is not one of my favorite Corey King moments. And now think about it, I feel like Corey King hasn't had a lot of great runway moments on this season. I'm thinking hard about this. Out of the 4,
Yeah, the tiny little thing on her head looks a little silly. Proportion. It looks a little off. I wish like the gloves were like even more like opera lengths.
Yeah, girl. Let me say something. That this type of glove needs to be abolished from every drag queen's wardrobe. Your glove should never be this glove. Girl, always go full opera. This glove,
Corey King is big.
that is not an opera length glove. I know exactly what size glove that is. It's the one that every girl goes at her. Man, drag queens should never wear that glove. It should always be opera, or if you're doing like a little Southern charm little look, maybe the wrist one.
Or like or cropped.
Or the cropped one.
For a long time, I did not know thigh high boots were actually supposed to go to your thigh.
We know.
I had no clue.
We know.
I've only seen one or only boots that have to go to my thigh are custom made boots. Boots, they just don't make it to my thigh. They just don't make it up there. You know? Whenever I see girls who their boots go up to their like mid thigh, I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good.
Bob, okay, you and I are the same size. I definitely pleasers make those thigh high boots.
I am 4 inches taller than you.
But in your torso,
that's a lot of size.
Our legs are the same length. You have longer. You have a longer torso than me.
You just made that up. you're just making up proportions. So let's go on to the judging. So at this point, we realize that Lydia, Sam Star, Lexi, Lana, Jules, Harmona, and Acacia are all safe. They're all safe. And at this point in the competition, girl, you should be lucky you're safe. Like you want to at least make it a snatch game, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think, and I think I had a good little idiom, a little phrase I said earlier about being safe, and I forgot. Oh, fortune favors the same, because you get to live and you get to fight another day for another thing, and that's good. I've never been the girl who was upset I was safe. I'm happy except for All Star 7. Actually, I was a little annoyed I was safe a lot.
That's the same people just kind of flip around, because isn't it saying supposed to be like fortune favors the brave?
Yeah, I'm just saying fortune favors the safe.
Yeah. Fortune favors the young. To be honest, fortune favors the rich. That's what really goes on. Okay, so Michelle says, explain the white nose to me. And then she goes, I would never try to change you, which we know is not true. Michelle, if there's one thing Michelle will do, it will be to tell you to change the thing you're doing in drag. Like, we all know this for a fact, right?
Although Dawn tweeted, which we may talk about when we talk about later, Dawn tweeted about this, and I was like, oh, actually, that's really a different perspective. No one has offered it yet.
Well, I guess we'll talk about it in the Untucked exclusive. Yeah. How do y'all feel about the white nose? I think sometimes it doesn't work. Like in her promo look, it looks so good. There are times where I'm like, a few episodes ago, I was like, it really is just taking me out of the. And I think what it is because the rest of her makeup that episode was such a just standard beauty, and the nose was such a specific thing. It took me out of the moment for some reason.
See, I don't mind her signature because I think it's done well. I don't care whatever you do as long as like you do it well, and I think she does it well. And if she likes it, that's cool. Only thing I like feel bad for her is because now Michelle set this on TV, and these like fans who. Basically, their opinion is like whatever the judges say. So whenever Arietta posts any picture or they see like any like post over on social media, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's doing that nose again," and this is probably going to haunt her for the rest of her drag career. And I hope she continues to do the nose because I think it's cool, and if she likes it, that's cool. But she's gonna have to deal with that because it became a thing now.
I don't mind the white nose. I just don't like the when it goes like that crazy V. Sometimes I think it works, but in the design challenge last week when she did it, like it was narrower. It was still white and like, clown white, but I don't always love the V thing. But it's her thing, and she probably don't like what I do with my makeup either. So it is what it is.
She told me she doesn't.
I think all 4 of us have been the victim of something being said about the way we do drag on TV, and it does not matter how much you improve. It does not matter. I will always be ratchet. Kim Chi will never know how to walk in heels, and Monét will always wear kitty cat wigs. It doesn't matter if Kim is Naomi Campbell's level walking, if Monét wears a wig bigger than Lady Bunny, and if I am the most opulent, high-end thing. Once it is said on TV, that is just who you are now.
Yeah.
So Carson Kresge said this is a tramp art quilt, and that just feels like such a specific. He really knows a lot. Like I am constantly impressed by his ability to pull things out of his bag of knowledge.
Well, I'm doing some research.
But that's like common knowledge. Like we all knew what trim quilt is.
Yeah,
it's like when you take like pieces from like an old clothing and then repurpose it.
Yeah.
Like Monét knew about it.
I knew about it.
Everyone knew. So they were living for Anya Nerve. Anya Nerve was like they were like obsessed with Anya Nerve's moment. And the reason why they're laughing is because we already recorded this and they found out on the air. And now they're acting like they knew. But the recording got lost, and then when they act like they knew what tramp cart was.
Well, I was just like making up facts now. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, wow, alternative facts. You're really leaning into the Trump era.
Yeah, I'll let you all at home judge what you think is real.
So I think Anya Nerve killed it. I thought this was so well done. I was
Quilted. Sorry.
I thought that like watching the TV, I was literally smiling watching her performing because she was just so exuberant and her voice was so good. Which she did not brand herself as a musician coming into this and her Meet the Queens or anything. So it's kind of like a nice.
We know who the real musician is.
In case you forgot,
and a real musician, according to Case You Forgot, has never won RuPaul's Drag Race.
And in case you forgot, I forgot that she's a singer. I think it's a nice little welcome surprise we're getting from Anya, and I'm obsessed with her talent as a singer. She's great.
I mean, I think the Anya Nerve was the best by a mile. Like it wasn't even close. This performance was so good. It was amazing. What do you think, Kim?
It was really great. Yeah. With that being said, I gotta pay respect to our musician winners like Jinx Monsoon, Violet Chachki.
Okay.
Mistress Violet.
Yes. Betty needs a spank.
Violet.
Wait, Miss Fame sings?
Miss Fame had a whole album.
Miss Fame, the fashion
Rubber
queen?
Doll?
You don't know about Rubber Doll?
Song? Rubber doll. You know I got it all.
I am a rubber doll.
Rubber doll.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah. Untouchable.
Rubber doll.
Shout out. So, shout out, honey. So I feel so bad because Corey looks so defeated during her judging. She looks like she's having a bad day. And the thing is, when you are looking bad and you're feeling bad and they're saying bad things about you and the camera just keeps cutting back to you and you're just like,
girl, I have two of those in Drag Race. I hate it. But nothing's worse than being at the bottom twice in a row. I was at the bottom twice in a row. And when I tell you that is the lowest I felt. And I've been called a fat Jamaican bitch when I was in 4th grade and on the playground. And that being in the bottom twice in a row felt lower than that to me. It's so
wait,
sad.
was it twice in a row? Like was it the second one when you went home, or was it back to back we won?
Back to back I won, but
that must have felt nice.
Yeah, but before I was like, oh, I'm going home. Like this was Pound the Alarm, then Man, I Feel Like I Won with Mayhem Miller. And before I did the listen with Mayhem in Untucked, I looked the saddest I think I've ever.
That's crazy. I don't know how you do it, girl.
No, being in the bottom on Drag Race, y'all, it stinks. It really, it's genuinely not fun. Even if you're not lip syncing, just being like told that you're not, that if you're not in the safe group and you're clearly not in the top, you are like sweating. Someone said it, and it's true. When RuPaul says lip sync for your life, it feels like life and death there.
It really does.
It must feel different going back to All Stars though, right? It must feel lighter and easier, right?
Well, especially when no one went home All Star 7. I was like, oh, whatever, we can do that. Who cares?
But I mean, but before that, the second time, it must have felt a little not as bad.
Yeah, it felt not as bad. I don't remember. I was only in the bottom once in All Stars 4, and I don't remember, to be honest.
Well, I guess because like when you're on All Stars, everyone's biggest fear has already come true. Well, not everyone, but most people there have already gone home, did the whole goodbyes and everything. A lot of people make it to the top, but don't get sent home per se. But a lot of people are like, well, my biggest fear has already come true. So once you live through it, it can't be that bad. Actually, I don't know. Maybe, but people seem to take it easier on All Stars, except for what's her name. But she had never gone home before.
Who?
Pangina. But she had never gone home before.
Oh, yeah, she's a host. She went from being a host to just being a contestant on the show.
I mean, she's one of the only... that's not true. I was about to make up a...
I don't know. She was only host what?
I was actually the only host who was never a competitor on Drag Race. But there are some people who do it, but she is a drag queen. And the other ones are like people who get put in drag to host the show.
Yeah, the bitch from Italy.
Oh my god, Mimo, did I ever tell you I got an email from like Korea's Drag Race? And so, I'm like, oh my God, am I about to be like the RuPaul of Korea? And I'm like shaking, shivering, open up the email. And then it says, we'd like you to come compete on Korea's Drag Race.
No.
And then they also like sent like the list of like judges they had lined up. And these are like actresses that are like has-been, that are like
Is it Drag Race Korea or a different company?
It was like a company that was like producing or trying to produce like Korea's Drag Race.
Oh, but it wasn't like Drag Race Korea. Okay.
Yeah. So then it was just like washed up like actresses that aren't even like queer or like in the LGBTQIA plus community. So I'm like, I'm not about to go on the show and
Yeah,
and be judged by like and be judged by like a bunch of like people that don't even know drag,
Yeah, hell no, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, we've already done that once.
Yeah.
We've already gone through that once. So RuPaul wastes no time telling Joellea she's in the bottom. Off the bat, Joellea, sorry, I'm you're in the bottom. And then she turns a regular Anya. She goes, and you win. And now she makes the other girl sweat, right? So she's making Ariete and not Plain Jane, Corey King sweat. And we find out that it is indeed Corey King in the bottom. And I think this bottom two is correct. What do y'all think?
I think I couldn't see anyone else being in there. Corey King and Joellea. This is the most accurate judging we've seen on Drag Race in a long time. Like, I agree with everything RuPaul said this episode.
I agree. And to no one's surprise, Corey King, first of all, every time the camera cuts back over to Joellea, the fucking mattress is like getting floppier, and it's sending me, because she just keeps getting sadder and sadder, and it starts up here, but then by the time it's done, like half her face, you can just see her nose. She looks like she's having the worst day ever.
Because what I had heard is that she doesn't reveal in this, so apparently she was up there holding it with her hands up the whole time. That's why it's such a criminal. She was holding it up.
Criminal. I would have grabbed 2 sticks or something.
Yeah, Bob, you gotta find 2 sticks.
Bitch, they're called brooms. Every broom has a stick attached to
it. Okay, it's holding something like this for.
I would have held the sticks like this. Put them in the corners.
And then you reveal. Then what on stage? Then what?
I started taking the broomsticks and I hit them with
an age like
stabs through the heart. Like
exactly. So to no one's shock or surprise or awe, I keep wanting to call her Plain Jane. Corey King sends Joellea home. And I want to say too, I think that the chocolate and the levers, just let the girls go home. Just let them go home. And if someone's gonna stay behind, give them that fucking that what's her name, that fucking Candy Muse. You get to stay. Give them that Alyssa Edwards versus Tatiana. You get to stay. Give them that Roxy Andrews versus Alyssa Edwards. You get to stay. Like just make it like fun. Like I've just decided, but like let these girls leave.
That's easy for you to say, Bob. Knowing that you have a moment to say, I think I would hold on to that. Like that, I would have liked the opportunity to know that maybe I could have done a last ditch thing for me to say.
Okay, so this is like my thought when I was like watching this. After the girls get eliminated, how long do they wait for Michelle to go change into the bathing suit and go up there?
I was thinking about that too, because her hair is different.
Mm-hmm.
They have to put those levers on the stage.
And Michelle's not someone that can just like, all right, guys, I'm ready to go, Like she's going to make sure she looks right,
Yeah, like I was thinking about that too. How long does it take to reset?
Oh, doesn't it happen when they go to Untucked? I think it happens when they go to Untucked.
But then but isn't Michelle like watching the lip sync though, like in a different outfit?
Oh yeah, you're right.
So then after the lip sync, then she's like changed and then up on that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's kind of gaggy.
Yeah.
But on her way out the door, she says, "At least I didn't die a local girl."
And the local girls did not like that girl. Twitter was ablaze this week. Joellea had to issue an apology.
I can't believe you still use Twitter. That's crazy.
I know. I don't use Twitter.
I feel like that's not true. We can show the receipts. I feel like your tweets are literally there. People can go look right now.
Where? No, they're not, because they're gone.
Okay, sure. I'll be reposting them before you delete your account tonight, so people can't see you post dated this. Look at when they grabbing her phone. What when I was a local girl, I don't remember being that hurt by this.
I was not, but also like I've been doing drag for so little, but also there are like queens that's been doing drag for like 20 years that's been like holding up their like local scene, like usually gets like really offended by it. Have you ever done a gig where you like go to a show and this queen has been like a showrunner there for like 30 years, and then she acts like she doesn't know who you are?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, what was your name? What season were you on?
Oh, girl, I would say there was a queen who's working at Bebop would be like, I never watched the show. I don't know who you are. I never heard of you.
She's like, give it up for like the funniest comedian of season 8. Give it up for Bob the drag queen. It's like, oh, so you know who we are.
Literally. And then on the way out the door, she's like, I love when you yelled at Derek Barry.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Oh my God, I'm using this camera.
What? Are you using your MacBook camera?
Oh my
Okay, I can't. Okay,
God,
Kim,
the whole time.
Who do you think is winning season 17, Kim?
It's really too soon to tell for me, but I really like Arietti. You know, I don't know if that's like a brave yet controversial opinion, but I think she's cool. I like Lexi Love.
I like Lexi Love too. I like her vibe. I would say it's between Lexi and Susie for me.
Monét, pick one. Who's winning?
Oh my God.
Winning, I'm going to say Lexi Love.
I'm going to say Susie Toot for the win.
Work.
Suzanne Toot. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. Kimchi, where can they find you? How can we find out what's the latest thing with Kimchi Chic Beauty?
All right, so we always have some fun, crazy sale going on. So, and a lot of our products do sell out. So get it while you can at kimchichicbeauty.com. I also just launched THC mochi gummy through Sunday Flowers, which is like these like delicious edible gummies that are yuzu kimchi flavored. So get on it. They always sell out.
Listen, we are supporting BIPOC companies. Not that any of you bought our makeup, but please go buy Kimchi's makeup. Someone should survive.
Yeah, please buy FOMO Beauty.
I mean, at this point.
Thank you, Kim. We love you. Thank you for coming into the show.